If your wife/husband starts talking about a divorce because you forgot their birthday, get a divorce. Just saw this TIFU thread where Op wanted to surprise his wife with a birthday party, but she really got angry because how can you forget my birthday, and started talking about divorce, and the poor man apologized. If you start talking about divorce when someone forgets your birthday, you're a piece of shit. I somewhat disagree. Yes, it's childish to consider divorce on the first offense, but in the post you mentioned, it was just a poor misunderstanding where the wife had felt neglected for some time before and had communicated the same. So it was the straw that broke the camel's back type of situation. And let's be honest, when your spouse forgets your birthday in a normal scenario, doesn't it show that he/she might not care enough? Especially if celebrating those were a thing previously. How difficult is it to just wish someone happy birthday? It might be different if the spouse is materialistic, but there's no one-size-fits-all approach applicable here. You obviously didn't read the post. Op mentioned that they had a troubled relationship and after the incident they started working to fix it. Op forgetting the birthday just pushed his wife over the edge and they started working to fix it. Read the post before you rant about it. Threatening to end the relationship whenever conflict occurs is not only the height of childishness but a manipulative abuse tactic meant to keep the other person walking on eggshells and constantly afraid of being abandoned, the complete opposite of a healthy and supportive relationship. I think a lot of young people go through a phase of this when they are negotiating early relationships, mostly in high school, but in a marriage it's absolutely inexcusable. I totally agree with you, Op. LOL, it was a gradual chain of events that lead to that moment and discussion. You should mention that. It wasn't just because of him forgetting her birthday. I've seen the post and you're making an overreactive post about a situation you have almost no information on. Op even said that their marriage was struggling before the birthday fiasco. The birthday was the straw that broke the camel's back. No one is that bad of a person to divorce over one forgotten birthday, and you seem to have completely forgotten to mention the fact that after the misunderstanding was cleared, Op and his wife spent the rest of the night crying in each other's arms, apologizing to each other for being stupid. The fact that you don't even understand why the wife would be mad about her husband forgetting her birthday even after he stuck to the lie and reinforced the idea that he forgot it blows my mind. I doubt she was expecting anything spectacular, but if my wife forgot to at least say, "Happy birthday" for the entirety of my birthday, I'd be pretty depressed about the state of our marriage for her to forget, because I would never forget hers because of how much I love her. Both of them were stupid in that situation, and you can't blame the wife in the story for reacting that way when we, as random people on the internet, have no possible way of understanding the true reality of their marriage leading up to that point. I don't think you read the whole TIFU. It wasn't the forgotten birthday that she wanted a divorce over. That was the icing on the cake. She was already feeling neglected, and had mentioned it to him before the birthday happened. If we are talking about the same post, you forgot to mention that there were issues in the marriage and the birthday was the straw that almost broke the camel's back. They are going to therapy together now. Upvote for a stupid opinion though. A better opinion would be if your wife/husband starts talking about divorce because you forgot their birthday, figure out what the fuck is going on before jumping off the deep end and getting a divorce. Well, according to Op of the post you mentioned, he clearly wrote that their marriage was not as stable as before and both of them had issues with their relationship, so you're basically excluding the other factors which led Op's wife to bring up divorce. I saw the same TIFU and you are completely misrepresenting the situation. Op mentions that they have been lacking effort and attention towards their wife for months prior to that and she and already unhappy. I don't want to assume anything, but 0p probably isn't mentioning the extent of how apathetic they've been to that point to avoid making themselves look bad. The birthday was the straw that broke the camel's back. It already felt like they didn't care about her or make any effort. Along came a special occasion and, in her eyes, they couldn't even be bothered to acknowledge her birthday, much less do something special for it. It would feel shitty to be in a relationship with someone you care about who is apathetic about you, and I'd say worthy of divorce after extended period of time and requests for them to change their behavior.